Have you ever had an unexpected event derail your dieting process? Yeah, I think all of us have been there at least once. I've been dieting since I was a teenager. I'm 58 now, so I've probably lost more weight than I currently weigh multiple times over. The problem is that the diets weren't something that I could sustain. They worked for a time. They worked as long as I was motivated, as long as I was uh, consistent and perfect on these diets. But the problem is that they weren't something that I could stick to forever. Thankfully, I found a diet that I was no longer trying to fit my lifestyle into the diet. I was now to the point where I wanted a diet where I could fit it into my lifestyle. I didn't want to make changes. I didn't want to dine on broccoli and chicken breast every night. I wanted to have the food that I enjoyed. I wanted to drink my Cokes, which I enjoy having a Coke every day at least. I wanted to eat my ice cream and cake. Can you tell that I like sweet foods? But at the same time, I didn't want it to completely derail my progress if I went off the tracks a little bit. And it doesn't have to. That's the beauty of this is because even a bump on the scale doesn't have to be a speed bump. It shouldn't even slow your diet down at all. It's just like one of those, whoop, you kind of go over the speed bump and then you just hit the gas and keep on going. How many of you have ever gone on a speed bump and looked back at it and regretted the fact that you went over it? It doesn't work that way. Don't let this diet be a punishment to you. If you're counting calories like I am, CICO, calories in, calories out, then this is not about a punishment. It's not a punishment diet. It's a lifestyle diet. And it's one that you can keep going even if you make a huge mistake and you eat thousands of calories over your budget. Just find a way to get back on track. Continue to log it. Continue to be honest with the numbers. Don't make stuff up. And in the end, try to balance things out. Or at the very least, look at it as a little speed bump. And now you're just going to hit the gas and keep on going. Because, life is too short to have all of these huge regrets. And for those of us who have been dieting for years, we recognize the fact that our food choices is sometimes going to make up some of the biggest regrets that we have. We may find that we're feeling depressed because we had a piece of cake the night before, or if we're doing, I always say low carb, but I tried low carb a number of times. But if we're doing low carb and all of a sudden we eat carbohydrates and then this, it doesn't work, I quit. That was me. I did that so many times, not just on low carb, but on everything. But this diet is different because now the diet is fitting into my lifestyle. I haven't made drastic changes in the food that I eat and the things that I drink. I still enjoy eating out. I still enjoy having a treat at night sometimes. I have a Coke a day, regular Coke, not Diet Coke. And that's the beauty of it because you just simply log it and keep on moving. An example of this was what happened to me on Thursday of this past week. It was unexpected. We'll call it pizza day. I try not to eat until later in the day. I'm not an intermittent fasting person. I'm not OMAD, but I count calories. I try to keep my calories in check. And sometimes you got to pull those different tools out of your toolbox in order to do it. My tool that I use regularly to keep my calories in check is a limited time eating window. I don't assign it a number. I'm not a, what is it, 16/8 or, 14/10, whatever the number happens to be. I just try to limit my eating window. So maybe I can push my first meal until 1 o'clock or 3 o'clock. I'll have my last meal at 9 or 10 at night, or I'll have a snack or something, a nice treat. I stay up late. I'm a night owl. But some people aren't able to do that. They don't feel comfortable skipping breakfast, which essentially breakfast is the first meal of the day. It doesn't matter if it's at 2 o'clock or in the afternoon. But if you're somebody that really enjoys breakfast, if you like getting up and making yourself bacon and eggs or having a treat of some sort, you've got to make the diet you choose fit into that lifestyle. It's the only way that you're going to be successful for good. Now, I'm not saying that some of these other dieters haven't had successful days or successful lifestyles. I regularly follow people on YouTube who are carnivores, who do OMAD, who do every other day fasting. Um, you know, I mean, I'm a diet vlogger, and I'm going to have these diet videos come up. I admire those people, but they were able to do it because uh, it was their lifestyle that fit into it. They made some changes, that's for sure. But not everybody can only eat one meal a day. Not everybody can fast every other day. Not everybody can only eat meat and cheese. I've tried them all and was successful on them all for a time. But eventually, you hit that part where you're off the track. And once you're off one of those tracks, it's really difficult to get back on. But well, back to pizza day. So I found out at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon that we were going to be taking a friend out for a nice meal that evening. And we were going to eat at a restaurant. The calories are always so high at restaurants. So I wanted to behave myself. So I had, let me see, 100 calories of shrimp, and that didn't quite do it. So I had some Lance crackers and 190 calories, and then I had, well, I guess would be 5 ounces of chicken nuggets. So 211 calories is what it came in at. And then we ended up going out to this Italian restaurant where you build your own pasta dish. I didn't go that way. I did pizza. I love pizza. Pizza is one of those things that I that's my lifestyle, fit it into my diet, and it works well. But they had this fantastic 10-inch pizza with the little pepperonis that were like curled up and well done on the edges. They did a good job of it. But it also came with a Caesar salad and a couple of Cokes. I did have two Cokes as well while I was there. So let's add up these calories. So I had 100 calories of shrimp, 190 calories of Lance crackers, 211 calories of chicken nuggets, 250 calorie Caesar salad, 800 calories of pizza, and 280 calories of Coke. And then after we got home later that evening, I had 100 calories worth of watermelon. So my total for the day was 1,931 calories. And the fact of the matter is that I really enjoyed myself. I had a good time while I was at the restaurant. It was I was with good friends. It was some good food, and it was just one of those. If you enjoy eating out as much as I do, you realize that it's really something that you don't want to give up. You don't want to put out of your life entirely. But I was over on my calories by over 400 calories that day. Didn't mean that I didn't lose weight. I burned 2,500 calories a day, so I was still in the green. But even if I had gone way over, I brought some pizza home. I ate the next day. Let's say I would have ate that. That's another 550 calories. Plus, I came home. Let's say I had another Coke, and maybe instead of watermelon, I had a big bowl of ice cream. 400 or 500 calories. One off day in your calorie count does not throw you off of this diet. In fact, it's barely even a bump on the in the road in front of you or behind you in this particular case. 500 calories is nothing. If you're going over 500 calories over what you're burning for a day, it's nothing. Now, I'm not advocating that you have these special days every day. You want to keep them in check. If I have 1, maybe 2 days a week where I'm at higher calories, I don't even sweat it. It's not, I don't feel bad about it. It's something that I just fit into my calorie budget and keep on rolling. This diet is about living life. And this isn't something that you give up whenever you're at your goal weight. Eventually I'm going to be counting calories at maintenance rather than counting calories in a deficit. But I personally enjoy counting calories. I like paying attention to what I eat. I didn't for 58 years. And, no wonder I was heavy. Those restaurant meals are a killer. And if you're having a couple of those a day, plus your morning couple of donuts and whatever treats, it's just kind of snacking all day long. And it's not that I was, gorging myself on, two or three pizzas a day, but it's those little things that really add up over time. And the beauty of the calorie diet, calorie in, calorie out, is that it's the little things that add up as well. If you're in a deficit consistently, despite the fact that you have a bump in the road every once in a while, you can guarantee that you're going to be losing weight. Just be honest with the numbers, keep on tracking, and then do the math. Or as I do, let ChatGPT do the math for you. Let if you have a hard time with it, I plug my information into ChatGPT all the time, and it spits out amazing details of everything from how I did this past week to why I may have seen a bump on the scale in the past couple of days. But the bottom line is this diet is not about perfection. It's just about showing up. As long as you're consistent, you're going to have consistent results. And in the end, you come away a winner because you're losing weight. Thanks for watching.